Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare two ancient Roman savory fruit salads, one with melon and the other with peaches. We start with ingredients. We need a melon, peaches, white wine vinegar, garum, olive oil, honey, dried mint and the spices, black pepper, lovage, cumin and asafoetida, and then the fresh herbs, parsley and pennyroyal. We start with the melon salad. First, we grind in the mortar a bit of black pepper. Among the Eastern spices, pepper was the most used by ancient Romans, though many others were imported and well known. However, the culinary use was quite limited. Differently from what will happen in the Middle Ages, Romans and Greeks preferred Mediterranean herbs and spices to season their plates. Then we mince and pound the pennyroyal. Pennyroyal is a Mediterranean herb that we find frequently in Greek and Roman recipes, but its traditional use continues in modern-day Italy. It grows wild in many Italian regions, but it may be difficult to find. Its aroma is intense and recalls mint. Mint-flavored herbs were popular in ancient Rome, and we find them frequently in their recipes. Though the aromas are a little different, pennyroyal and lesser calamint can be always substituted with mint, without a substantial change in the taste of the dish. It's interesting to notice that the Byzantine physician Antimus II suggests in the 6th century eating melon with posca, which is a mixture of water and vinegar, and pennyroyal. Now we add a bit of honey, garum and vinegar. The use of a sweetener, in this case honey, an acidifier like vinegar, and an ingredient that provides sapidity, usually garum, is typical of the recipes conventionally attributed to Apicius, author of the two dishes we are preparing today. He aims to obtain a well-balanced dish, in which the flavors don't overpower each other. For this reason, it's fundamental moderation. We suggest tasting the sauce and add the missing ingredients if necessary. Garum was an ancient Mediterranean fish sauce, prepared in the same way as some traditional Southeast Asian fish sauces. The best substitutes for it. If you prefer, use a pinch of salt instead. We peel and cut the melon. This recipe is meant for Melo and Pepo. It's hard to know exactly to which modern varieties are more similar the ancient ones, and this in particular when we talk about cucurbits, as we said in a previous video about cucumbers. In any case, Galen in the 2nd century describes pepon as a sort of sweet, ripe cucumber. Pliny confirms that ripe and big cucumbers are called pepones. In the Edict of Prices issued by Emperor Diocletianus, we find mentioned melopepones maiores, which means big melopepones, melopepones sequentes, which means smaller melopepones, and pepones. The first cost 4 denarii per couple, the last two 4 denarii per 4 pieces. This is a clear sign that both pepones and melopepones were quite big. Cucumbers have the same price per 10 or 20 pieces, depending on the size. We serve the melon salad with the sauce and grate in a bit of asafoetida on top. Asafoetida, called laser particum in Latin, was a spice very popular among Greeks and Romans. They had at disposal 2 different varieties, but the first, called laser cyrenaicum, is no longer produced. whereas laser particum, the ancient name for asafoetida, is still used in many Eastern countries. Now we prepare the peach salad. First, we prepare the sauce. We grind in the mortar the spices, a bit of lovage and pepper, and a good amount of cumin. This sauce is called cuminatum, so cumin needs to be the prevalent flavor, as the author recommends. We suggest using just a bit of lovage seeds, which mixed with pepper turns very spicy. Lovage is one of the Mediterranean spices most used by the author of this cookbook, usually with pepper. Its flavor is intense and strongly aromatic. If you don't have it, you can use a few anise seeds or skip this ingredient. Then we mince the parsley. Parsley and mint are very common in ancient Roman cooking. In this case, they give the sauce a fresh note, making its aroma layered and complex. We add in the mortar the parsley and the dried mint. If you prefer, you may just mince the herbs finely without pounding them in the mortar. However, by pounding them, the sauce will result more balanced and the flavors well blended together. Now we add a bit of honey, garum and vinegar. This recipe calls for cooked peaches. The peaches, once cooked, lose a bit of their flavor, so we suggest to use a bit more sauce for this fruit salad than for the previous one. We peel and slice the peaches. The author suggests choosing peaches with a hard pulp, and this is fundamental to prevent them from dissolving during the cooking. Pliny writes that some kind of peaches are very expensive, despite this fruit keeps itself for just a few days. However, in the Edict of Prices of Diocletianus, 2 centuries later, 10 big and 20 small peaches cost just 4 denarii. We briefly simmer the peaches. There are just a few recipes with fruit in this cookbook, but we know that ancient Romans loved fruit and ate it every day. There were many ways to preserve it, by drying or using reduced grape juice, honey or a mixture of vinegar and brine. All methods described by the Roman agronomists. We serve the peaches with a bit of olive oil and the cuminatum. These two dishes are very different. The peach salad is less sweet, quite spicy and fragrant with cumin. Parsley gives it a fresh aroma, balanced by the pungent flavor of dry mint. We paired it with meatballs. Isicia aumentata seems the best choice, but also isicia mulata will be perfect with this salad. The melon salad instead is fresher and sweeter, slightly spicy with pepper and asafoetida, with an intense minty aroma. The best pair is with seafood. We suggest serving it with cuttlefish and shrimp cakes or lobster. You find the links to the videos in the description below. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, or you're just looking for unusual and delicious recipes, please subscribe our channel.